Hello, everyone. Welcome to Awake. I am here a little bit late, but I am here, and I'll just wait a little bit for people to come on in. And I'm Chris Poulos. I'm here to discuss matters of the heart, matters about being lonely and being a single person and what to do about it. Me being a single person myself, it's only right that I share what I've been experiencing and the healing I've been experiencing as well, and the hope I've been experiencing. There is a huge void that is really destroying people on the inside slowly on what to do with their passions, what to do with their longings. Um, there's great psychological depression on this issue. There's a lot of people, particularly men, because men value themselves on finding a partner that is it's particularly in these times. It is very hard for men because masculinity is based off of finding sexual and romantic fulfillment. Now, of course, that's always going to be part of men, and it's always going to be important. By the way, it seems there might be some bandwidth issues, so if my stream cuts out and I get in any trouble, I will use a regular webcam stream. I don't want to do that, but sometimes there's internet issues and other things happening. So just fair warning, if that happens, uh, you'll know where to go. I'll just pop up soon, pretty quickly. All I have to do is start up another stream with the same title. So that's the discussion we're having today. How to tackle this issue. It is very important. Now, another problem with this idea of sexual and romantic fulfillment being the height of all experience is that if you only confine it to human interaction, then all kinds of neurosis and addictions occur. Because that is a very real drive. The sexual and romantic drive is considered the strongest drive, according to many people I've talked to, the strongest drive in the human condition. And once people put all their value into it, that's all they'll go after. Now, the older generations, it seemed to have also issues with money and alcohol, but in the States, with unemployment and with a lot of people actually having wealthy parents, um, most of the drive is for sex. So, a lot of people on the internet, I see they give self esteem solutions to this problem. Now, there's nothing wrong with discipline and getting your life together. There's nothing wrong with doing different things for well being. And I would also say there's nothing wrong with self control, but there's something missing because the human spirit yearns to always strive for something. It yearns to always be moving forward and to better itself in the light of a higher standard or a higher hope, or in the hope of some kind of eventual internal reward. And so a lot of the self-esteem videos kind of are based off of this theme that, well, you can work on yourself in the meantime, and hopefully you'll run into the right person and run into your happy dreams. And that's great. It's great to put your life together and get yourself organized, but like many of these arguments, my counter always is, why are we acting on this premise that tomorrow is promised? If you look around the world, you'll see that there are a lot of people. I was just at a rally myself, a pro-life rally, and I was handing out some miraculous medals to some of the homeless there. And it's just running into homeless people is just proof positive, and many other people encountering misfortune, that our standards of what life should be like and what's going to eventually happen to bring us to happiness, they're all built upon this system of stability based on particular resources, based on particular social statuses, and no one ever considers that maybe there will be a time where there won't be any of that. You know, um, no one considers that life isn't going to give you the outcome that you may have desired. And then, not to be morbid, but no one even considers if they're even going to make it. What if there's another disease that's much worse than the coronavirus, and you're one of those infected? Just one of the many possibilities. So I don't think people are stupid. I think in their minds, when they hear this kind of advice, and especially teenagers, teenagers going through puberty have it really rough because there's very few avenues and discussions on these things. So what are they going to do with themselves? They really don't. I didn't know what to do with myself. Um, it's just a sink or swim kind of thing. And a teenager, in the older times, a teenage man and or a woman was considered a man or woman. It wasn't beyond the possibility of teenagers getting married. Now, those were simpler times where you didn't need a higher education to survive. You just needed to know a particular trade and how to shoot a gun if you're moving out west here in the States. Um, there wasn't this big college bubble, but you know, it was definitely considered a possibility to have teenagers become married and have children. Maybe not the ideal. I'm not really as educated on that dynamic then, but that was possible, and it who the young adults and the youth, they have to wait all the way through graduate school and have to have a stable job. All the while, they have all these issues of the affections, and they can bring them to great vice like drugs, alcohols, promiscuity. And of course, promiscuity and sexual liberation is the current paradigm. It is the current system that people, you're just fine, if this happens. I see there's some internet issues here. I saw from my live screen. Please comment if there's any slowing down or not. I'll just continue. So we'll start up another stream. All right, I'm going to switch to another stream. Seems like there's software issues happening. So I'll see you on part 2.